Classmates, let's start the lesson. Previously, we have already understood the origin of many programs and how to set up the development environment. Now, let's create the simplest mini program. Through this lesson, we will master the creation, execution, and packaging and publishing processes of mini programs. First, let's see how to create a UniApp project. Creating a UniApp project is very simple. We use the Builderx tool to create a UniApp project. Let's demonstrate it. First, open Builderx. Then click File, New Project. In the New Project dialog box, select the UniApp project. Next, you need to name the new project. The name we give is MyFirstProject, means my first mini program. Where should it be stored? All our mini programs are placed in the D drive under the MyMiniProg directory. Next, we choose a template. Just select the default template. Then click the Create button. By doing this, we have created our first mini program. Now you can see, under the MyMiniProg directory on the D drive, a subdirectory named MyFirstProject has been generated. This is the directory of our first mini program. At this point, we have successfully created our first mini program. After the mini program project is successfully created, it will enter the development and debugging environment. The mini program development and debugging environment is very simple. The left side of the operation panel is the project management area. In the project management area, you can see the entire project's directory structure. When you open a file, the area on the right is called the editing area. In this place, you can modify the contents of the files. We can also open the console. This area is the console. The console mainly reflects some debugging information. Let's run this mini program. For example, run it in the built-in browser. Do you see any information in the console? Yes, there is. This is its compilation information. After the console finishes compiling, the built-in web browser appears in the right area. Why does this happen? Because we just chose to run it in a built-in browser. So the built-in browser appears in this area and runs the mini program code. We are now running in the H5 mode. You can also choose to run it in a WeChat mini program. Here, you can also switch between different phone models. You can also switch to iPad or other tablets. This is our development and debugging environment. Next, let's learn about the directory structure of a mini program project. The file directory structure of UniApp is relatively complex. Generally, there is a UniCloud directory. This is mainly used for cloud development, referring to the cloud space directory. If you use Alibaba Cloud, the directory is UniCloud Alien. If you use Tencent Cloud, the directory is UniCloud TCB. The second one is the directory for storing components. That is, components that comply with the UniApp component specification are all stored in this directory. Please note, as long as you put a component under the components directory, you can directly use that component. There is also a platforms directory. It mainly stores pages dedicated to different platforms. because the advantage of Uni App mini program is you only need to write once, and it can be compiled into mini programs for WeChat, Baidu, Douyin, etc. At this time, the specialized pages for each platform can be stored in the platform's directory. The pages directory is for storing business pages. You can see that in the pages directory, there are index and list business pages. Then, the static directory stores local static resources. These are various resources to be referenced in the pages. For example, images and videos are stored here. There's also a Uni underline modules directory, which mainly stores various plugins. And the unpackaged directory. This is the packaging directory, generally storing compiled files. The main JS file is the entry file for Vue initialization instance. The app Vue file is the root component. It's the page entry file, used to configure the global styles of the app, and to listen to the application's lifecycle events. The manifest John file is used to configure the application's name, appid, logo, and other packaging information. The pages John file configures the page's routing, navigation bar, and other page-related information. The Uni SCSS mainly contains built-in common style variables. The system will help generate the project's directory based on our development situation. Of course, the project directory is not immutable. For example, in the newly created MYFIRSTPRGPROJECT, everyone can take a look at this directory structure compared to the mentioned directory structure. This directory structure is simpler because this is our first mini program. It only has one page. In the static directory, there is an image. This image will be used in the index view page, so we put it in the static directory. The app Vue file mainly contains the application's lifecycle functions and configurations for global styles. The main JS file is the project entry. This is our project entry. You see it can be compatible with both Vue 3 and Vue 2. There is also the manifest John file, which configures the application's name. Basic configurations are all here. The pages John file contains the project's routing information. Now there is only one page, which is the index page under the index subdirectory of the pages directory. The first item in the pages array represents the application's startup page. When the application starts, it will directly go to the index view page and execute this page. There are also some global styles under the pages John file, and there is the Uni SCSS file, which contains some built-in styles. This MyFirstProg is the directory of the first mini program. This is what we talked about today regarding the directory structure of a mini program. Next, let's see how to run the mini program on multiple ends. The Uni App project can run on different platforms. We call this multi-end running. Where are we running it now? We are running it in the built-in browser. Of course, it can also run in an ordinary browser. Let's stop the current run and switch to an external Google browser to run it. Then, it will start the Google browser. And in the Google browser, you will see the mini program running. We can also run it in the most common WeChat developer tools. So, select to run it in the WeChat developer tools. The WeChat developer tools need to be configured in advance. In Run Configuration, you can see, if we want to run it in the WeChat developer tools, we should configure the path to the WeChat developer tools. We can also run it on Baidu, Alipay, Douyin, and other platforms. All are possible. We scan the QR code, enter the WeChat developer tools, and you can see the mini program is already running. This is a very important feature of Uni App. It can run on different development platforms. Finally, let's take a look at the last step in mini program development: packaging and publishing. There are several forms of packaging and publishing. The first one is to package it as a native app. We can either package in the cloud or offline. We can also publish it as a WeChat mini program. Let's look at the release menu. In the release menu, clicking Native App Cloud Packaging can achieve cloud packaging. Note that cloud packaging requires queuing. Cloud packaging can be packaged into an Android app format installation package or an iOS IPA format installation package. We can also choose Native App Local Packaging to generate locally packaged app resources packaged into a local app format installation package. Besides these two packaging methods, we can also publish it as a WeChat mini program. Here you need to enter our WeChat mini program app. Then it will be packaged into the WeChat developer tools. Thus, we have completed learning about the first mini program. In this lesson, we have completed the creation, execution, and packaging of the mini program as basic knowledge. Everything starts from the simplest steps. Taking each small step well, we can make a big leap. Only by doing these basic tasks well can we further master other development knowledge of mini programs. As the old saying goes, not accumulating small steps, no way to reach 1,000 miles. Not accumulating small streams, no way to form seas and oceans. This is the end of today's lesson. Thank you, everyone.